Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Cube Stuff Saturdays podcast. I'm your host, Max Chan, or MC Stuff, and joining me today is Owen Brooks and Blue. So, thank you guys for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Wait, yeah.
Alright, so before we get into the conversation, I just wanted to say that if you would like to be on the show like Owen and Blue are, then please join my Discord in the link in the description down below. Okay, so the way this is going to work is I'm going to ask Owen and Blue some basic questions so the viewers get to know them a little bit better. Then after, we're going to have a conversation about the topic about this podcast, the practicing and Twitch for cubing. And also, before I forget, we have a show notes document where I'll put any links or anything we mentioned in the show notes in the link in the description down below. So now on to the questions. All right, so you guys can answer now. How long have you guys been cubing, and how did you get into cubing?
I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
Well, I don't have a definitive answer for that. I started around September 2016. I attended my first comp in December 2016, December 10th. So yeah, I just say that that's when I started because that's like really when I started speed cubing.
Okay.
I started cubing like 3 to 4 years ago, but how I started is I think I was at Walmart and then I thought like Rubik's cubes were cool, so then I like asked my mom to buy me a Rubik's cube, which is a pretty bad idea because they're not that good. But over the 3 to 4 years, I took a lot of breaks, like huge month breaks. So um, I would say I started cubing 3 to 4 years ago, but I haven't been cubing for that long amount of time.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I might as well just say mine too. I asked James and Sean this exact question last week, so I'm just gonna say my story again. So I've been cubing since August of 2015. That's when I started, but I didn't go to my first competition until November 2015. And I got into cubing because there's a kid at my summer camp who had a Rubik's cube. I got interested, and then I bought a Rubik's brand off Amazon, and then I just started from there, and I learned from YouTube. All right. So on to the next question. It is, who do you think will take over the cubing scene this decade? Like Felix kind of took it over like last decade, sorta. But what about this decade?
I definitely think that Max Park is still going to be like really prominent. I think that Leo, Borromeo, and Sean, I think that they're going to do really well.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll at least like push up sub 5 global or even farther.
Yeah, that'll be insane.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people think too, but I think it's probably someone who's young. I don't know. I feel like younger cubers have a little bit more like hype around them and like more promise since they obviously have like a lot more time to cube and stuff.
Yeah, and there's like a ton more resources than there were a couple years ago as well. Yeah. So I also think Timon Koloshinsky, I think he's getting really fast too. I definitely think that he's also part of like the future of cubing as well. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's only like 14 or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not
he's
sure, but
really young. I think
yeah.
not really young, but pretty young.
He practices too much.
Yeah. He says that like you saw that like laser monkey video
Yeah, he said
or
Yeah.
something.
he only practices,
That's
eats, and sleeps or something.
yeah, that's the only thing he does. Yeah. I mean, yeah. All right. So the third question I have for like these general questions are, can you tell the audience one interesting fact about yourself? So, or no, two interesting facts. So one that is cubing and then one that is non-cubing that you think nobody knows about you.
I got good at Squan once, but now it's a bad event.
Okay, can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Okay, so this one time, I got a good square one, and I started practicing,
Which
and
one was it?
I got sub 20, like 19 global, and then I got a 14 average in comp,
I
and then I
remember that.
pushed, yeah, and then I pushed like sub 14, and then my Squan died and I quit. So now I
Okay.
average like 22,
Okay.
and I don't know, I like dogs.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
For me, I mean, it's not like an amazing. It's just like a cubing like moment, I guess, that happened. and why I don't really do like hand scrambles, why I don't like hand scrambles, because one time at school I was just like doing 3 by 3, and then um I did a hand scramble, I solved it, and I did another hand scramble, and it was the same exact scramble, like same exact cross, same F12, last layer, everything. So that made me to believe that like I don't really want to do hand scrambles.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that
ever.
happened to me one time also, like before, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, when I started cubing, I did like the same 6 move hand scramble each time. And like when I actually averaged 40 seconds, I got like 7 seconds.
Okay. All right. That's pretty cool.
And then an interesting fact is, I mean, it's more like a personality thing, but like um, when I try at least, or when I turn this like thing on, I can like sort of tell like what kind of person someone is within like a few words of them speaking. Um,
Okay.
Somebody say it just like is making assumptions, but I don't know. I think it's like pretty accurate.
Wait, so you like you can make assumptions about like when
Like
people talk, like what
no,
type
like
of personality
yeah,
they're
like
they are?
what type of person they are. If they're like,
All right.
I don't know,
So
just like
if I don't mind asking, like you've heard me speak for quite a bit. Is there anything you could like assume about my personality or Owen's?
I mean, yeah. Maybe okay. Maybe now that I think about it, it could just be assumptions, but it's been pretty. I feel like accurate, but um, I would have to have a little bit more time to think. But I feel like Max's my vocabulary is limited to like 0 words. But I guess someone who's like has a goal in mind, at least right now. Um,
That's pretty accurate, I guess.
and then Owen, maybe I haven't heard enough of Owen.
Okay.
So it'd be hard to tell just by the tone of his voice, but
All right, but that's a pretty cool thing. A pretty cool non-cubing
Yeah,
ability.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I could tell Owen is probably someone cool to be around without any. He wouldn't like if you're doing a project with him, he would probably do his share.
Mm,
He wouldn't
yeah.
like
Yeah, pretty
do his
accurate.
Yeah. Owen's pretty hilarious also at times.
No, I'm just
Like,
kind of awkward. No.
okay. All right. So that wraps up the general questions. I'm gonna say that. So now, since the topic is about practicing and Twitch, like you guys suggested, I just wanted to discuss some questions that I have with you guys. So, what does your average practice session look like, and what do you do to practice? Like, what events do you practice, or yeah, like that?
Okay, well, I don't practice much these days, but when I do practice, I do like 23 by 3 solves or something. I get bored and I do like 7 by 7 or something. I
Okay.
occasionally do 3 blind
Okay.
and like Pira and stuff, but I'm pretty bad at practice techniques. I just do solves basically.
Wait, do you? So you don't like learn any new algs on a regular basis or something? Like
The
it
last
pops
alg
up.
I learned was this U-curve Sean taught me, and the last one before that was like, I don't even know, man, like 3 style back in March. But I only learned 2 sets.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Blue. What about you?
For me, my practice is. I mean, I can only do like 3 events. Two through four. I've never been to a comp, so I'm not like a real cuber. I don't know, but um, mainly I mean, right now my practice is just whatever I do on stream, which is only 3 by 3, because anything else would be like pretty embarrassing to watch. Um, but during school, I queued a lot during school, and basically then I only did like slow solves, so like 1 or 2 TPS. Um,
Okay.
but now I just basically I start off doing maybe like 5 solves untimed, like sort of slowly, and I just go into um just doing time solves, maybe like 60 to 70, and
Wow.
then my
That's
brain starts to give out, and that's pretty much all I do.
Well, I mean, that's a lot more discipline than I have. I mean, I basically have the same sort of thing that Owen does. I just do a couple solves here and there, and I don't really focus on algs too much. Yeah, but like, yeah, I think you got a good practice session or good practice routine going down there, Blue. So, all right, now on to the next question. So, this is about Twitch. So, do you see Twitch in the future becoming more of a reality for cubers to share their content live? Like,
Yeah,
obviously,
definitely.
it's like I don't think it's gonna take over YouTube, but like in terms
You
of
know,
like
I
live streaming, yeah,
I really do think it is because like over quarantine, I've been seeing a lot more like cubing on Twitch.
Yeah, because it's
yeah,
all people have to do. Like
Yeah,
people have nothing else to do. But
facts.
yeah. When this quarantine thing is over, do you guys think it'll still be a relevant thing?
Yeah, definitely. I think
Yeah.
like online comms, Twitch, like all that stuff will be.
Okay.
I think once school starts and like college or people when people start working and stuff. I mean, if you think about it, like I like people won't be there won't be any streams happening like in the morning around noon or like the afternoon even probably only at night since that's when people have free time and if they decide to use their free time to stream. Um, but I mean there's probably definitely still time on weekends since no one has school on weekends. I think
Okay.
so that's when I think there'll still be people streaming and stuff.
Yeah, like Laser Monkey and like he's been streaming a lot, like with like those top cubers that you like race each other in like
Yeah.
those best of 100 sort of format things. Okay, so that's all the questions I had for you guys. Is there anything you want to bring up? Because I know these are topics you guys requested.
Or maybe I don't know if Owen, if you touched
Yeah, no,
like,
I'm not thinking of anything.
or if you like
Wait, how about new
tried.
events?
Okay, right.
Like, what events do you think could be added to the WCA?
Honestly, I don't think any events will be added in the future, like the near future. In the next like probably like 5-10 years, I don't really see any WCA events being added.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say like Ready Cube, Mirror Box, and stuff, but I just really don't think that would work out.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask like I don't know if Owen's touched into streaming or doing YouTube, but for Max or and of Owen, if you have like, do you think it's harder to grow on Twitch or YouTube in terms of I mean to base it off of let's say like making money? I don't know how it is making money on YouTube, but I feel like
Yeah,
right
with
now, if you turn on your stream on Twitch, you'll probably get like, because on Twitch, I don't know if you guys don't know, but basically, like, even 2 viewers is extremely difficult to get on Twitch in any other category that isn't as niche as cubing. Like, if you stream in the cubing category, you can get like 2 viewers at least, like, pretty easily. But if you stream in like just chatting or like League of Legends, like, you'll pretty much be at 0 viewers for as long as you stream because there's so many people in those categories.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
well,
agree with that. Yeah.
I feel
Like
like
it's
it's
easier to
harder to
grow.
get viewers on Twitch, but like I think you could make more money with less viewers
Yeah.
because like
Cuz
donations.
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's true. Cuz I mean, YouTube you get paid through like your ads or like partnerships or sponsors with other companies and brands. So the thing about is in Twitch, you don't get that many viewers because I guess the viewer doesn't know exactly when the stream is going to end unless you specify like it's going to end at this certain time. I'm going to stream from this time to this
Yeah.
time. So it's just hard for I feel like the viewer to have a like audience retention and stay on stream for a long time. While in YouTube, there's like a certain unless you're live streaming, you know exactly when the video is going to end because it's like says the time or how long the video is going to be. Yeah, so I feel like YouTube's just easier to grow in rather than Twitch. All right, so is there anything else you guys want to discuss about Twitch or practicing?
Oh, how do you? What? what do you guys average on 3x3, and like how do you think? Because I always ask like people. Well, now in Twitch, you can go and like someone who's fast is like Twitch chat, and then you can ask them, and maybe they'll answer your question. But like, how do you think? Like, what does it even take to become like sub 8 or sub 6? Is it just time? Because I feel like maybe like if I cubed someone like Laser Monkey, I don't. He's been cubing for probably a really like maybe twice as long as me. I'm not really sure, but definitely a lot
Yeah.
longer than me. So if I just cube as long as him, like, will I be sub 7?
Well, I mean, it depends if you put in the work. Cause like, I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of its efficiency because, well, right
Yeah.
now I average 8, but it's like kind of inconsistent nowadays. But my
Same with me.
TPS is like really bad. I get an average of like sub 6 TPS per solve. So I really think you just have to get like more efficient, more familiar with the cube, like get better integrated with your method.
Yeah, like learning different algorithms from different angles. I mean, I feel like some people can get really fast in a small amount of time if they, like Owen said, put in the work and really dedicate to practicing a lot. Like Timon, an example, is that I'm like that's the only thing he does. He learns a lot of algorithms. He uses pseudo slotting. He's experimented with different like methods and different types of like efficient algorithm sets and all that. But the people who just I feel like consistently like do solves, just sit down and do solves like me, kind of. I feel like I'm not gonna get anywhere like as I'm not gonna improve as fast as Timon. So I feel like I feel like Brody the Cuber or like somebody made a graph of like improvement. I don't know, something like that. Improvement if you like put in the work. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but if you put in the work, you'll get faster, and you constantly are improving on the things you're doing wrong in yourselves.
Yeah, but like if you look at someone like Max, he barely knows any algs.
But he relies on TPS a lot, I think. So I guess there is a little bit of a balance somewhere there. Like some people they're I don't know they're just good at TPS because they practice a lot. I guess the people who practice a lot and they keep doing solves a lot, they probably they probably have really good TPS. And then the people who work on efficiency, um, they do their TPS probably isn't as high, and they do more efficient things in their solves.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, fact.
Okay. All right, so I guess we're like almost approaching the 20-minute mark. We're at 18 minutes right now. So, but before I wrap up today's episode, so I just wanted to ask you guys, is there anything you want to plug, like your social media or anything in general, before we sign off?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
oh wait, can I?
yeah.
I don't want to go off as like. Anyway, I stream on Twitch like my 3x3 practice or whatever. Um, you can just find me. It's like just type in Blue Violin 2002 on Twitch. I stream like I'm just trying to figure out a new schedule, but if you just go in the about section, I put the schedule there. But lately it's been like 8 a.m. PST, 11 p.m. EST on weekdays. So yeah, you can
Okay.
find me there.
All right, I will put that in the show notes definitely.
Oh, it's just
Okay.
twitch.tv/Blue Violin 2002.
Okay. All right. So I think that wraps it up for now. Thank you, Owen and Blue, for coming on the show. I hope to possibly have you guys in the future coming on here. So thank you so much for coming on, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Okay, so that is a wrap on episode 2 of the Cube Stuff Saturdays podcast. So I had an interesting conversation with Blue and Owen Brooks about practicing and Twitch. So if you did enjoy this, be sure to give this video a like and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Also in the future, so I can get you guys as the viewers to interact a little bit more, you guys can ask questions in the comment section down below because I'll have my next guests answer that next time. So, and I'm going to actually announce the next guests right now, so can I get a drum roll, please? So the next guests, I have 2 of them, and First is Tyler Kochi and Dylan Chan. So both of them are extremely good at Scube, and we might be talking about that and also managing some of ranks. So hope you guys will enjoy that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next week on the Cube Stuff Saturdays podcast. Peace out.